Hello, hello, hello. It's Dolly. Welcome to my channel, Scrapping on the Go. This process video is for Mix It Media Frenzy, which means it's Friday. Yay! And joining me is Krista, Kathy, Ronnie, Sue, Scrappy Sisters, Kathy, and of course myself. Each Friday we take a sketch or a layout to scrap lift, and we have this gorgeous pastel layout from Lindy Gang's article, and I'm just gonna let you ladies know, I'm just gonna let the cat out of the bag. I do not create a layout. My mojo was just not feeling it. However, I did take elements from this gorgeous layout, such as the splatters, the stamping in the background, the flower element, but not the colors. My colors are different, but I do go soft. And I am going to create an art journal page. And here are my products that I pre-selected from my stash. So to the right, we have archival black ink from Close to My Heart, Jane Davenport watercolor. I have a package of Felicity Jane die cuts from the collection called Shea. I have two clear stamps, and I have this rose stencil. And I will be using Ranger Texture Paste Opaque Matte. And you're going to see why here in a minute. So let's get started with the stamping in the background. So like the sketch, there were circle stamp images and then larger ones and then tinier ones. Now I'm going to use a small circle stamp, and you see that it's clinging to my hand, and this one is from Close to My Heart. And then you will see me use the music note stamp that you can see in the upper left hand corner. That has been in my stash for so long that I do not know the manufacturer. And you will see me use that music note and stays on olive green ink. And you will see me bring in that that rose stencil, which is still in the package, and I will bring that over to the upper left hand corner. And here is, at this point, I'm still working with just stamping in these three clusters. And then when I start doing the music note, I said, you know what? It'll look really cool to have the stamping in the background underneath the stencil, because I am using the Texture Paste Opaque Matte, which means you will be able to see the stamping underneath that stencil with that type of texture paste. And you're going to see that in just a minute. All right, while I'm just a little bit ahead of myself, let me remind you that I will have Christy, Kathy, Ronnie Sue, the Scrappy Sisters, and the other Kathy, their links to their channel listed below so that you can go see their version of using the layout that we selected this Friday as our inspiration piece. Sometimes we follow it to the T in the design or the color scheme or even the size of the layout. And I honestly wanted to switch it up this week because when I joined this group, I announced that I would try to once a month do at least an art journal page where you can basically take a 12 by 12 and shrink it, all right, and make it work for yourself. All right, so now I've gotten out that rose stencil and I am applying again the Ranger Texture Paste Opaque Matte through that rose stencil. Now, something that I do off camera because it's loud, and it's really weird because I always think my videos are live and they're actually a voiceover, but I'll pause the video when I use my heat gun. But if you take a heat gun, and I use the one from Tim Holtz, which is not quite as hot as my heat gun when I want to emboss. But anyway, if you take that heat gun to their texture paste, it will like expand, and it'll stay that way, and it gives you more dimension. This isn't a thick paste, so that's why I did that, and I experimented with that several years ago when I did art journal and junk journal pages a lot. All right, so now I've gotten out my Jane Davenport watercolor. And again, I will not bore you through the whole process. I'm going to show you my technique that I use, but I'm not going to show you me applying it for every color that I chose to put on, to apply, I'm sorry, to this art journal page. Now that color that I'm using there is kind of a burnt orange. I love it, love it, love it. And then I have a yellow, and then I have a green color, and I just go right across the page, and I only repeat that kind of burnt orange color, and then I do a kind of a bluish green. So I take the green that I have there to the right that you see, and I mix it with a blue from this same palette that you see in front of me. And I purchased that at Michael's. I'm sure she still makes it and you can get them online. So you just got to look for that real bright turquoise box. All right, so I'm finished. And the way that I softened it, as you may have just noticed, is I used a baby wipe. You can also use a paper towel if you would like. All right, so now I've gotten out, my little sentiment there, the round circle one. I took white acrylic paint and my finger, and I just went around the edge, and it says every moment matters. And then the rest of the die cuts, and that was just in my stash, the rest of the die cuts that I'm applying to this page is from Felicity Jane, the Shea collection. And so I'm just going to layer up my elements. I want to remind you one more time to go check out the other ladies' channel to see their take on this week's layout that we are scrap lifting. All right, so their links are listed below in the description box. All right, I found this beautiful word phrase tag in that package, and it says be kind to yourself. Isn't that the truth? We need to be kind to ourselves. Besides being kind to everybody else, we need to be kind to ourselves. So I really love my sentiment statement for this art journal page. All right, now I'm going to go really quickly here. And I don't know why I did it. I guess not to bore you, but I'm going to show you another technique. I wanted my rose to stand out some more. So I take an art journal pen in gray and a lightly dampened brush. And I take that pen and I outline the edge of where the modeling piece is. And then I just brush it and it smears it. And it just provides more depth to that rose. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it, love it, love it. Now this is the true color right here of this page, because when you come in close and far away from your project, it changes the color and the light, or at least my camera does. All right, I appreciate you all. Get out your mixed media products, play with them, create an art journal page, create a 12 by 12 layout, or just enjoy our videos. But make sure you give us a thumbs up and share our channel. And here's the close-ups. I appreciate you all. Get out those photographs, document those memories in a fun, creative way, and we will see you next time. Right? Keep coming back. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Bye.